Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something that sounds, well, kind of like it belongs straight out of a Shakespearean tragedy, but it's actually deeply rooted in cold, hard science. We're exploring the concept of animals that can literally die of a broken heart. It's a fascinating, albeit super tragic, biological reality that completely changes how we understand animal bonds. Okay, let's just dive right into this. So, can you actually die of a broken heart? You know, for centuries, we humans have kind of treated heartbreak as just this poetic concept, right? A metaphor for intense emotional pain. But what if we step outside the human experience for a second? What if this profound grief isn't just a feeling, but a harsh, physiological event? As we analyze the source material today, we're going to see that fatal heartbreak is way more than just poetry.
To really wrap our heads around this, we're going to examine 3 specific animals today. Each of these animals represents a uniquely tragic response to losing a mate, but they all point back to one undeniable biological reality. We're going to see exactly how a broken heart manifests behaviorally, physiologically, and even neurologically out in the animal kingdom.
Section 1. The reality of heartbreak. Escaping the realm of human poetry. Section 2. The loyal Shingleback Lizard. A bond built in the massive desert. Okay, so to really understand their grief, you first got to understand their commitment. These lizards live in these vast, expansive desert environments, yet they somehow manage to maintain this profound, enduring connection. According to the source, they actually spend months living apart, but every single year, despite the sheer vastness of the massive desert, a pair will somehow find each other again. It's incredible, and once reunited, they never leave each other's side. It's this incredibly strict partnership where the male takes on the role of constant protector, just shielding the female from any danger. It is a remarkable, deeply reliable bond. But here is where the behavioral tragedy strikes. If one of these lizards dies, the surviving partner stays right by the body. It constantly nudges its partner with its nose, basically acting as though it's trying to wake them up. So the absolute crucial point here is that their grief completely overrides their basic survival instincts. They stop eating entirely, they flat out refuse to leave their partner's side, even if there is active, immediate danger right around them. They effectively choose starvation and vulnerability over abandoning their lost mate.
Section 3. The mourning mute swan. The physiological toll of a lost mate.
Now the heartbreak here escalates. It's incredibly even more severe. See, unlike the lizard, mute swans actually spend years searching for the absolute perfect mate. When a swan loses its partner, it kicks off this frantic, truly tragic behavioral ritual. First, the survivor will constantly tug at its partner's body with its beak. Then it swims away, only to charge right back in what is called a buzzing pose. And it repeats this desperate cycle, swimming away, charging back over and over again for hours, trying literally everything it can to wake its partner up.
But, eventually the denial fades. Once the swan finally realizes its mate is truly gone, its body enters a state of extreme stress. And this isn't just sadness, okay? It's a severe physiological reaction. The physical toll of this realization is so immense that it completely fractures the animal's connection to its normal life, causing it to just abandon its social structures entirely.
And the timeline of this decline is it's devastating to look at. In the first few hours, we see that frantic buzzing pose as it tries to wake the mate. Within days, as the realization really sets in, the swan quietly leaves the safety of its flock. It isolates itself completely. And within months, having found a hidden spot away from the world, the swan physically succumbs to that extreme stress and passes away. The loss of the bond directly triggers a fatal physiological shutdown.
Section 4. The addicted prairie vole, a devastating chemical lock.
All right, the prairie vole is on a whole other level. We are moving past behavior, past general stress, and zeroing right in on intense neurochemistry. Just look at the difference here between the before contact and after first physical contact levels. The absolute second these voles make physical contact, the levels of oxytocin and dopamine in their brains just skyrocket. It's an instant, massive spike in the brain's reward and bonding chemicals.
And this creates a literal, actual chemical addiction. Because of those skyrocketing neurochemicals, the prairie vole is biologically locked on to that exact partner. To quote the source directly here, they literally get addicted to their mate. It is a biological imperative completely cemented into their brain chemistry. They don't just love their partner, their physical brain requires their partner to maintain a chemical balance.
So what happens when that chemical supply is abruptly cut off? Well, on one side, first contact yields skyrocketing oxytocin and dopamine, a euphoric addiction to the mate. On the flip side, loss results in something terrifying: severe brain damage and bodily shutdown. The intense chemical high of their initial bond means the sudden loss is treated by the brain as catastrophic neurological trauma.
Section 5. Biology of a broken heart. The definitive proof of fatal grief. So, through these three animals, we've seen definitive proof of fatal grief and how it literally escalates in severity. The source material makes it incredibly clear that heartbreak is definitely not some abstract concept. It is a measurable, powerful force in nature. You have the Shingleback Lizard, representing severe behavioral fasting, literally choosing starvation over leaving a mate. Then the mute swan, representing extreme physiological stress, where the body just gives out from the sheer weight of the loss. And finally, the prairie vole, representing complete neurological shutdown, where the brain's chemical addiction results in literal damage upon separation.
I actually want to anchor our entire explainer on this specific, honestly pretty brutal quote from the source material regarding the prairie vole. Losing their partner causes severe brain damage, their body starts shutting down, and they die shortly. It strips away all that romanticized fluff we usually associate with heartbreak and presents it exactly as it is for these creatures: a fatal biological failure. It's shocking, it's totally tragic, and it's undeniable science.
Which kind of leaves us with this final question to ponder. Is severe grief simply the biological price of connection? If strong bonds require our biology to literally wire itself to another being, whether that's through behavioral routines, stress regulation, or intense chemical addiction, then maybe, just maybe, a broken heart is the inescapable natural cost of finding your perfect mate. It's a really heavy thought, but one that absolutely changes how we view love in the animal kingdom. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I really hope this explainer gave you a whole new perspective on the power of connection.